Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
John, I got you.
John, do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Am I in the air? Sunday nights, prime time. I flex my better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off-scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air.
Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Am I on the Air? I'm your host, Don Mega, and I'm joining you here on this lovely Sunday night, June the 26th. Tonight's show is Season 12, Episode 12, and our episode is titled Shallow Independence. And, we like to play a little mix match game when it comes to our show titles. Shallow Independence represents our two movie reviews of the night. Well, number one, Independence Day Resurgence, and number two, The Shallows. So those are your two big movie reviews, and I'm about ready to get it cracking. I don't really think I have any special shout-outs this week of anything new. We once again did not record the new Red Dragons Assemble, so yeah, I guess we're on hiatus, so to speak. Hopefully we'll get something going there pretty soon. But yeah, everything else is the same as it ever was, especially now that we're doing the show back on its weekly basis. And I'm glad you guys are all tuning in every Sunday night, as the theme song says, with your boy Don Mega, as we break down the week in entertainment. And there was a lot of news this week. Especially when it comes to the DC Cinematic Universe. We're going to dive into a bunch of Justice League stuff, which was really, really exciting earlier in the week. But before we get to that, let's talk about our movie reviews. So number one, like I said, Independence Day Resurgence. This was the biggest new release of the weekend. 20 years later. 20 years after the original Independence Day, we return with another alien invasion by... And I'll tell you, man, this was one of my most anticipated films of the year. I love the original Independence Day. Roland Emmerich, who is the master of disaster picks. I love the first Independence Day. Will Smith, just such a good disaster alien invasion movie. And here we are now, 20 years later. Will Smith did not come back. And quite frankly, I don't blame him if he saw this script. But we're returning. Most of the original cast comes back in this one, like Bill Pullman, Jeff Goldblum, Sella Ward, Vivica Fox, Judd Hirsch. So a lot of the original cast comes back in this one. And like I said, 20 years later, our world is protected a lot better because we've used the alien technology. And we're thinking, man, we're good to go. And on the celebration of our 20 years since we beat the alien race, they return, and basically all hell breaks loose. Remember, these reviews here are spoiler-free, so I'm not going to dive into too much, other than to tell you that Independence Day Resurgence was a letdown for me. I walked out a little disappointed. I definitely had high hopes because of, like I said, my love for the first movie, and I just expected some really cool stuff here. This movie definitely has its moments. There's highs for sure, but there's a lot of lows and there's a lot of boringness. And in the end result, I think the movie failed, to be honest. And that's sad, because I've loved the trailers that they put out. I thought it looked really amazing, but man, they just spliced together a really good trailer. Some of the effects are pretty cheesy. I say, for moments, for me in this movie, it didn't even feel like a direct sequel to the original Independence Day. This felt like the Sci-Fi Channel. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I keep yawning. It's getting late. It felt like a Sci-Fi Channel sequel to me. Like, just those B kind of rip-off sequels that they like to do. That's how this felt. It didn't feel grounded in any sort of reality like the first movie did. I get that we had some alien technology, but the stuff that they built in this film was just a little over the top. Yeah, in the end result, like I said, it was just okay for me. Nothing good, nothing great. I had an opportunity to go see it for a second time earlier today, and I had to take a pass on this one. So if you were on the fence and you were not sure what you wanted to do on this one, I would say wait for Redbox, wait for Netflix, whatever the case may be. For me, Independence Day Resurgence gets a 2 out of 5 stars. It was just okay. 2 out of 5 for me. My next review is The Shallows. This is the new Blake Lively thriller, where basically she goes to this island and she's surfing, and it's a very desolate island. There's not too many people around, and there's a massive shark that shows up, and she gets caught on this rock in the middle of the ocean, and she can't get off of it because this shark just will not go away. When I first saw the trailer to this, I was kind of like, I don't know. I do love me a good shark movie, and Blake Lively, believe me, in a bikini is something very great to look at. But I just wasn't sure on this movie, to be honest. My stepdaughter, she really surprised me and said, I want to go see that movie. And I was pretty shocked by that. So I said, well, I'll take you to it. And we went and saw it this past Saturday. And I'll tell you, man, I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie. Who would have thunk, if you would have told me a couple months ago that I would have enjoyed The Shallows more than Independence Day Resurgence, I would have told you were on crack, easily. I never in a million years would have thought that I would have enjoyed The Shallows more. But I'll tell you, I did. It is a intense thriller. They did amazing things with that shark. It looked great. I've seen a lot of shark movies in the last decade, and they look pretty damn fake, and they look pretty damn bad. And I'll tell you, this one looked really damn good, man. It was very realistic, and there's some pretty intense moments where you're wondering, how is she going to get off this damn rock? I liked it. I really, really enjoyed it, especially for a movie that pretty much centers around one person for the main runtime. It's hard to pull off, man, but they did with her, and I thought she did a very, very good job in it. The movie's a nice trim, I think, hour and 27 minutes, so it just runs perfectly to get something like this done. So, in the end result, man, The Shallows I gave 3.5 stars out of 5. I didn't quite get to 4. Because 4 is like, man, that was awesome, and I wouldn't say it was awesome, but it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. So it was definitely a little bit better than a normal 3-star good. So I'll put it right in the middle of 3.5. If you've been listening to me for a long time, you know I hate giving half stars, but this one I think definitely deserves it because it fits right in the middle there. So 3.5 out of 5 for The Shallows, and 2 out of 5 for Independence Day Resurgence. That is your 2 movie reviews of the week. Alright, let's switch gears and get into our entertainment news of the week. Coming up first, The Flash. And I'm talking about the Flash TV show. They're gearing up to start doing Season 3. And Grant Gustin, who plays The Flash, tweeted out last week that the season premiere episode has confirmed its show title, and it will be called Flashpoint. This is something that we all expected going into this season with the way that the Season 2 finale went. We felt like it was probably going to be Flashpoint, and this definitely points us in that direction. Now, I won't get my hopes up too high, because to really do Flashpoint, they don't have the ways or the means to do it. So they're definitely going to make some tweaks to it and do their own thing with it. Maybe they'll, utilize Supergirl in the Superman position and stuff like that. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really trippy to see how they pull it off. But it's definitely very exciting. So Flashpoint is going to be the season premiere of The Flash, and I'm looking hella forward to that. Laura Haddock has joined Transformers The Last Night. Eli Roth, horror master Eli Roth, I'm sorry, hold on one second. I'm hearing some weird noises coming out the background here. Crazy, it's like somebody drilling outside. And I'm like, it's going on midnight over here. But so yeah, horror master Eli Roth has signed on to direct Bruce Willis in the remake of Death Wish. Yes, the old 80s hardcore action movie Death Wish. Bruce Willis has been trying to remake this for a couple years now, and it's gone through several directors. But now they brought in Eli Roth. You know what? I like Eli Roth. He's definitely trying to branch out and do something a little bit different than his typical horror movie type stuff. So I'll be definitely interested to see what he ends up doing here with Death Wish. So pretty cool. We have some plot descriptions officially released for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and Doctor Strange. So I'll break them down for you here. The new Doctor Strange synopsis reads as follows. Marvel's Doctor Strange follows the story of the talented neurosurgeon Dr. Stephen Strange, who after a tragic car accident must put ego aside and learn the secrets of a hidden world of mysticism and alternate dimensions. Based in New York City's Greenwich Village, Dr. Strange must act as an intermediary between the real world and what lies beyond, utilizing a vast array of metaphysical abilities and artifacts to protect the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, nice synopsis that really doesn't give us any clue of what the hell this movie is really about. The Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 synopsis reads as, set to the backdrop of the awesome mixtape number 2, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 continues the team's adventures as they traverse the outer reaches of the cosmos. The Guardians must fight to keep their newfound family together as they unravel the mysteries of Peter Quill's true parentage. Old foes become new allies, and fan-favorite characters from the classic comics will come to our heroes' aid as the Marvel Cinematic Universe continues to expand. Once again, a synopsis that doesn't really give us anything. So I like two big synopsises here for two big films that don't really give you anything at all. Speaking of more casting news, Noomi Rapace has joined the cast of Alien Covenant. This is good to know, as she was a big character in Prometheus, which a lot of people expected she would return in the follow-up, and then it was looking like she wasn't going to, but she is. Now, the downside is they're saying she's only filming for like a week, so I'm going to assume that she's filming basically a quick role for the beginning of the film, and then she's probably going to die, and they're going to move on. But at least it's cool to see that she's coming back, and they can tie some loose ends from Prometheus to Covenant very easily there. Hannibal Buress has joined the cast of Spider-Man Homecoming. This movie's now filming, and they just keep adding to the cast here. And Hannibal's a great new addition, so congratulations to him joining the MCU. Let's see here. We got a brand new trailer for Miss Peregrine's Home for the Peculiar Children, trailer number 2. I think this trailer looks really good, even though it looks like it's a movie based on Professor X's School for the Gifted. But I think it looks pretty tight. We have the first teaser trailer for the new HBO series Westworld, which you can check out. We have the Red Band trailer for War on Everyone, starring Michael Pena and Alexander Skarsgård. Looks pretty crazy, actually. I really like this trailer here. Warcraft, even though it is a massive bomb in the United States, continues to make a lot of money overseas, and it has just beat a record. It has officially become the biggest video game movie of all time. So, you know what? We'll congratulate Warcraft here for doing some kind of record. So, congratulations, becoming the biggest video game movie of all time. And Penny Dreadful, the Showtime show that a lot of people like for some reason. I did not. I tried to watch this show. I watched about half of the first season and just gave up. It just was not good. Maybe it got better, but it just, for all of you guys wondering, last weekend's, what everybody thought was a season finale ended up being a series finale. At the end of the show, it said the end, and everybody was like, what? What do you mean the end? How the hell is that possible? And it is confirmed. The show will not return for a season 4. It is over. There was a surprise ending to the series. They wrapped it up, and they closed the books. So yes, Penny Dreadful has been finished. No, not returning for season 4. The creator has confirmed this also on Twitter and their official pages, so if you're just wondering if that's a rumor, it is officially over, according to the creator of the show. We have an article up with everything new coming in July to Amazon Video and Prime. We have the first trailer for Ron Howard's Beatles documentary called 8 Days a Week. J.J. Abrams and Tavis Smiley are teaming up for a TV series about Michael Jackson. So that'll be interesting. I'd love to check that out. I know Michael Jackson, I think yesterday it was 7 years since his death already. Wow, so crazy how fast time goes. We posted up what the new Justice League logo looks like, so you can check that out on our Instagram and our Twitter and our Facebook. That you make sure you're following us on Instagram, man. We do a lot of cool pictures on there. Just search "Am I on the Air?" So let's talk about Justice League a little bit. Woke up this past Monday morning, to a lot of really cool information. Warner Brothers, Zack Snyder, who's the director of the film, they basically brought out a bunch of journalists, flew them out to London, and had them come visit the set of Justice League, which is currently filming. They said, we want you guys to come out, we want you to see what we're doing. And so they did, and they invited a lot of people that actually did not like Batman v Superman. They said they just wanted people to come out and give an open mind. So a lot of these reporters did, and they were going to check out what exactly was going on. And it's pretty damn cool, man. They came back from this set visit with a lot of great information and a lot of excitement. Basically, everybody was saying, one person was quoted as saying it looked like Zack Snyder was making a Marvel film, which I know a lot of people would love this. They said it felt like the tone was a lot lighter. It felt like they were cracking some more jokes. It just had a different flow to it. And obviously this is a PR move right here. You get people out, they see what they're doing with Justice League. They've shifted gears now. Deborah Snyder, who's one of the producers on the film, she's Zack Snyder's wife, she said this was always a natural, move here. That this was going to be, you had Man of Steel, you had Batman v Superman, which was dark because it was influenced by The Dark Knight Rises. And then now that we're moving on into Justice League, she says, this is the transition here. This is where we're going, and this is what it was meant to always become, which was a more lighthearted kind of atmosphere. Don't know how much to believe of that, because I feel like DC always wanted to be dark and gloomy, and it just didn't work out for them. So they're shifting gears now. But I'm glad to see that everybody's embracing it. From the feel of everything, they're just saying it just had a lot of heart to it. And people are coming back very, very excited for the future of the DC cinematic universe right now. So let's talk about a little bit of things. This might be considered, I guess, spoilers to some of the people that don't want to know absolutely anything about this. So, maybe fast forward a couple minutes if you don't want to. But like I said, this is all over the place. I'm reading it because this is not really... Like I said, it's kind of spoilers in a way, but at the same time, they're just a couple scene descriptions, and that's it. So take it for what people saw. So I hope you don't fast forward. I hope you listen, because it's pretty cool. So they watched the scene getting filmed, which was J.K. Simmons' first scene as Commissioner Gordon, where he's basically on a rooftop. He turned on the bat signal, and then Batman shows up with Wonder Woman, the Flash, and then... in the scene, we see Gordon telling Batman that 8 scientists have gone missing. 9, interrupts a voice from the shadows, which turned out to be Cyborg. So Cyborg joins over there. He says a Star Lab scientist was taken tonight, most likely referring to his dad. Cyborg is greeted by a knowing, almost seductive look from Wonder Woman. When told who took them, Batman in confusion asked, "Winged monkeys?" "Parademons," clarifies Wonder Woman. "There must be a nest nearby." So, very exciting. We're talking about the parademons again. We saw them in the nightmare scene in Batman v Superman. They said this scene was so cool to see, with Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash, Batman, and Commissioner Gordon literally just chilling up on a roof of a building. When shown the coordinates, the parademons headed towards Batman deduces that they're gathering in an old subterranean tunnel like Metropolis and Gotham City that was abandoned, unfinished in the 20s. If he's coming, referring to Cyborg, we're all not going to fit in the car, says Flash. I have something bigger, says Batman, referring to a new vehicle that they saw called the Nightcrawler, which figures into a massive set piece that follows this briefing. As Gordon's back is turned, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Cyborg all sneak away. When he turns around, only the Flash is left. And, so they all just left, says the Flash? That's rude, he adds while he steps away. So, when they called cut, I turned back for a second only to hear a voice behind them saying it was Ben Affleck, who in his bat suit started talking to all the journalists. They said he was really, really cool. So very, very cool to hear that whole scene. Everybody's getting really excited about the Flash. They're saying that he is basically going to be the DCU's Spider-Man, so to speak. Like, he's just going to be the heart. He's going to be the funny bone of the movies, that he just brings such a nice, fun aspect to the film. And if you read that full description of that rooftop scene, it's pretty cool. They say that J.K. Simmons looks like Commissioner Gordon straight out the animated series. Like, he's got the brown trench coat, he's got a mustache, he's got a hairpiece on, looking really like the Commissioner Gordon straight out of there. Some people talked to Ben Affleck and they asked him, of the fight scenes that were used in BVS, is that the style that will be used in Justice League? He says yes. On being an executive producer in Justice League, he says the only reason he's an executive producer is because he's going to be making the solo Batman movie, so he needs to have control over his character to know what's going on and make sure it doesn't interfere with his character directly. Let's see here. There's a bunch of other stuff too. I'm not going to get into all the super details, but they definitely talk about mother boxes. They talk about the parademons. Let's see. They asked him about the solo movie. He says he's not sure yet because he says they're still working on the script and that he will not proceed forward until the script is perfect. So that's pretty cool there. The Flash introduction scene. So this is a scene that they filmed that they already had done, and they showed all the reporters there. It's a little scene between Barry Allen and Bruce Wayne. And this was all put together already. And so, let's see here. So, Barry Allen's returning to his apartment that's filled with technology that's all patched together. Bruce Wayne's already sitting in the apartment, sitting in a lazy boy chair, waiting for him. Bruce has the convenience store security footage in his possession that we saw originally from Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. And then the scene kind of goes down like this. Barry Allen: you must be looking for a person who looks exactly like me, but is definitely not me. Somebody, I don't know, hippie, long hair, a very attractive Jewish boy. Bruce shows him the camera footage, which has Barry grabbing the milk in the store. Barry says, well, he drinks milk and I don't drink milk. Bruce Wayne says, I know you have abilities, I just don't know what they are. Barry Allen says, my special skills include viola, web design, fluid and sign language, gorilla sign language. Bruce Wayne: silicone-based sand coarse fabric, abrasion resistant, heat resistant. Barry Allen: yeah, I do have competitive ice dancing. Bruce Wayne: this was used on the space shuttle to prevent it from burning up upon re-entry. Barry Allen: I do very competitive ice skating. Look, man, I don't know who you are, but whoever you're looking for, it's not me. Then Bruce Wayne quickly throws a batarang at Barry as the environment goes into a slow motion, except for him, who easily catches the batarang and makes the revelation that Bruce is Batman. You're the Batman! Bruce Wayne: so you're fast. Barry Allen: that feels like an oversimplification. Bruce Wayne: I'm putting together a team with people with special abilities. You see, I think enemies are coming. Barry Allen: stop right there, I'm in. Bruce: you are just like that? Barry Allen: yeah, I need friends. Bruce Wayne: great. Barry Allen looking at the batarang: can I keep this? So, really cool scene that they spliced together, that they showed. Really funny from what everybody said, especially the banter between Flash, right? And they're saying that his suit in the beginning is made out of pieces of the broken down ship from Man of Steel, and that's what basically keeps him from overheating when he runs really fast. Supposedly by the end of the movie, Bruce Wayne will have built him an actual Flash suit that will work better and will be something along the lines of what we're expecting, and probably will go into the solo Flash movie. But they're saying this original suit he has on has wires all over it. It looks really janky. So, supposedly the rumor is Lex Luthor will have a little bit of a role in this. He starts filming in a couple months. Let's see if there's any other tidbits here. They asked him about the Justice League Part 1 and Part 2 like we've been talking about. They said that Part 2 and Part 1, they're two separate movies. That Part 1 will not end on a cliffhanger. So, you can forget about that. They are two completely separate, unique movies. So we can drop that whole Part 1, Part 2 thing, which is good, because I didn't want a big cliffhanger thing and have to wait 2 years. It says it will obviously leave the door open for multiple sequels, but there's no cliffhanger ending. Let's see, I'm just trying to read through the notes here. There was that Steppenwolf scene, which they did confirm Steppenwolf will be one of the bad guys in the new movie. They said, why did you delete that scene of Steppenwolf out of Batman v Superman? And he says that the original idea was to make it an after credit scene, but it didn't work out after the final cut of the movie. The one big thing and the one missing part here was there was obviously no Aquaman. Nobody saw Jason Momoa around. But the big question mark here was Superman. Nobody saw Superman on set. Henry Cavill's name is attached to it, and I'm sure we're going to see him back in the movie, but no one saw him. He wasn't included in any of the scenes. He wasn't a part of the Justice League during the filming at this aspect. Zack Snyder did kind of make a thing. He said they asked him, like, well, how was Superman going to look there? And he goes, well, his hair will be perfect, maybe a little bit longer, I guess. That's what the myths are. If he does appear, I think that would be a big part of the story, is how you get him back. Which there was another review I saw where he said something about Superman. He said, well, I'm not confirming he's in this movie, but if he was, and then he kind of smiled and laughed. So they're really trying to play off that Superman's not really in this film. I'm starting to think he might not even be in a majority of it. He might only come back at the very end. So, but I'll be curious to see how that eventually evolves. In the end result, we got a bunch of set videos, articles, everything up, talking about all of this Justice League stuff. Please check it out on our Twitter page. There's a new Batmobile. They talk about that new vehicle that's going to carry the Justice League around. Like I said, the new logo talks about all the new, there's new suits. Cyborg suit is going to be completely CGI. Batman's got a couple new suits, a new armor suit. Pretty cool stuff. A lot going down on Justice League. So we got a bunch of things on there. Definitely check out all the exclusive details. I'm going to move on here. We spent a lot of time on that one here. They did also reveal, so I said I was going to move on, then I'm lying, that William Dafoe, he signed on to the film months ago, and we never knew who he was playing. They confirmed that he's going to be playing the Aquaman character Volko. So just so you know, he's playing Volko. Alright, let's move on now. Jamie Chung has joined Gotham as Valerie Vale. We have everything coming to Netflix in July, so check that out. We have the Season 3 trailer for The Strain coming to FXX. Check that out. Arrow Season 5 is going to feature a familiar face as Artemis. Yeah, so the chick that popped up last season on Arrow that was like the fake Black Canary, she is coming back and she's going to be playing Artemis. Archer has been renewed for 3 more seasons. CBS has revealed all their fall premiere dates. Kristen Chenoweth has joined Hairspray Live as Velma Von Tussle. Paul Feig talks a Spy sequel with Jason Statham. He says he definitely wants to do a sequel to Spy, and he really wants to get Melissa McCarthy and Jason Statham back to tear it up some more. I would love that. Jason Statham was so awesome in Spy. John Boyega has joined Catherine Bigelow's untitled Detroit Riots project, so that's really cool. Jim Carrey teams with Eli Roth for Alistair Arcane, which is an adaptation of a graphic novel there. Linda Carter, the original Wonder Woman, she's going to be playing the President of the United States in Season 2 of Supergirl. So that's pretty cool. I love how they bring back a lot of these old superheroes on the CW to play new roles. I love it. Full circle right there. Linda Carter playing the President of the United States on Supergirl. Jake McDorman, who was the main character in the Limitless TV show that I loved and they canceled way too soon, is joining the cast of Ideal Home, co-starring with Paul Rudd and Steve Coogan. The Walking Dead's Chad Coleman has been cast as a new villain over on Arrow. Ooh. That'll be interesting. We have the first official teaser trailer for All Eyes on Me, the Tupac Shakur teaser trailer on that biopic film. American Honey, starring Shia LaBeouf. The first trailer for Birth of a Nation. The first trailer for Keeping Up with the Joneses, which looks pretty funny, with Zach Galifianakis and Wonder Woman herself, Gal Gadot. Isla Fisher and John Hamm. Looks pretty cool. We have the first official trailer for Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. I love this trailer, by the way. It was so good. Definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. Go to amiontheair.com, click on the trailers tab, and, or you can once again find them on our Twitter and our Facebook page, but there's a lot of new trailers out. We have the Honest trailer for Pixels. We have Everything Wrong with Stargate in 14 minutes or less. Bryan Cranston, guess what role he just signed on to play? He's going to be playing Zordon in the Power Rangers movie. So very cool there. A new deal with the CW and Netflix. It says that they're going to be bringing all the CW shows to Netflix much sooner if this deal goes through. So that's pretty tight. Ghostbusters is getting a new animated TV series in 2018. So keep an eye out for that here in a couple years. Spider-Man Homecoming has also added a new young star. Beast of No Nation, one of the kids there from Beast of No Nation. I'm sorry, I'm spacing his name. Let me pull up the article here. Abraham Atta. He's a 15-year-old Ghanaian actor who is in Beast of No Nation. So very cool there. A lot of rumors going around, people thinking that he might be Miles. So we'll see. We will see. It is confirmed Darth Vader is back. We knew it was rumored for a long time, but it is officially confirmed by the studio that Star Wars Rogue One will feature Darth Vader in the movie, and James Earl Jones is coming back to voice him. So very, very cool there. No word though if Hayden Christensen is the one inside the suit, but James Earl Jones will be doing the voice, so that is really damn cool. We have another new trailer for the Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition, so you can check that one out if you want to see a little bit more of what's going on. Disney President Bob Iger says Indiana Jones 5 will not be the last. He says they're not looking for it to be a one and done. They want to keep the franchise going, so we will see. Selma Blair has joined Nicolas Cage in a new horror film called Mom and Dad. We have a complete breakdown for Rogue One. They put out an awesome new article a couple days ago that tells you who each and every character is in the film, what their lineage is, if it's tied to anything. It's a pretty cool breakdown. So if you're interested to see who everyone is in Rogue One, check out our character detail article. Blind Spot has just added the Good Wife's Archie Panjabi for Season 2. She's pretty hot, so I love the Blind Spot, so that's good stuff for us. Universal Studios says that the Walking Dead attraction will stay up to date with the AMC television series, so that's pretty cool there. Over on HBO, they've decided to cancel Vinyl. Yes, the TV show Vinyl, which actually already had an order for a Season 2. HBO just decided, you know what, after further review, we're going back, we're checking our stuff, and it just, at this point, we can't see continuing on with the show, so that they definitely pulled the plug on it, and Vinyl has been canceled by HBO. I've had this one on the DVR since it debuted. I thought it looked really good. I just didn't have time to get into it yet, and after this cancellation, I decided to just delete it off the DVR, because I'm like, you know what, if it's not coming back, then I'm out. So, it was worth a shot at the time. Brian Austin Green has joined the cast of Rosewood. Annabelle 2 is moving forward, and it has cast Miranda Otto and Stephanie Sigmund to the cast. Channing Tatum is producing a new action comedy TV series called Iron Fisting. We have the new teaser trailer for Divorce, starring Sarah Jessica Parker. It's another HBO show. Netflix and Sarah Polley are taking on Margaret Atwood's alias Grace. Let's see. The new Poison Ivy is going to be played by Maggie Gyllenhaal in Gotham, in the next season of Gotham, so they're replacing who Poison Ivy is with an older girl. A Ghostrider tease is going around San Diego for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4. This gets me really, really excited. Comic-Con is coming in a couple weeks, and the big train that goes around the shuttle has a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. wrap on it with a chain going across it on fire, as most people relate that to Ghostrider. Marvel did get the rights back to Ghostrider. Will they do it on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? That would be pretty damn awesome. I would love it. There is a character on the last season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that did use a fire chain, and he is in the lore, like, related to the original Ghostrider, but I want Johnny Blaze, man. So my fingers are crossed, because I can't see them doing a fire chain on a wrap for Comic-Con for a B side character. I feel like this is big news right here. I hope we get Ghostrider on Season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That would be incredible. The new movie Category 5 has just added Maggie Grace and Bryan Cranston to the cast. And now this is the segment of the show that I like to call Rock Rolls! Yes, it's Rock Rolls time, because, you know, once again, it ain't an episode of Am I on the Air without talking about something that Dwayne The Rock Johnson is doing. Universal Studios reportedly courting Dwayne Johnson to join the Wolfman movie. Yes, you know, Universal Studios is trying to launch this monster movie universe, and they're launching it with The Mummy, with Tom Cruise. They got The Invisible Man coming with Johnny Depp. We just heard possible rumblings about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with Russell Crowe, and of course they want to get into the Wolfman. And who better for Universal Studios to get on the Wolfman? Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So we'll let you know. Nothing has been signed, sealed, or confirmed, but this is what's going on right now. Universal is trying to lock Dwayne in for the Wolfman movie, and this has been Rock Rolls. Alright, back to the regular news. Michael Bay revealed a new Autobot in Transformers the last night, and they're looking for something to rival BB-8. And he debuted Squeaks, which looks like he's a little moped that transforms into an adorable Wall-E looking robot. So he debuted Squeaks. Very cool there. We have the new trailer for Disorder, starring Diane Kruger. Tom Hardy is set to play war photojournalist Don McCullen in a new film adaptation. George Lucas will be involved in Indiana Jones 5, so yes, he will be involved in creating the film, for those of you wondering. Spider-Man Homecoming has cast Better Call Saul star Mondo whichever way you want to go with it. I don't watch Better Call Saul, so I'm not familiar with him. Kong Skull Island, which is still coming out with a new King Kong. They're saying that King Kong's going to be getting a major size upgrade come the new film, which they had to, because they eventually want to get to King Kong versus Godzilla, and Godzilla's way bigger than the way King Kong is. So that's a cool addition there. Ash vs. the Evil Dead Season 2 is coming to Starz, and they're saying that Season 2 is going to be bigger and bloodier for the second season, so I like it. I like it a lot. We posted up the new Ghostbusters theme song by Fall Out Boy featuring Missy Elliott. It's not very good, and I like Fall Out Boy, and I like Missy Elliott, but this is basically the exact old school Ghostbusters song, just redone in a very half-ass, pop-rocky kind of way. And I just didn't like it. Although I did, if I close my eyes and listen to it, I could picture credits scrolling over it. So I guess that maybe it does its job. But you can listen to it and make your own decision. We have the first look at Transformers Combiner Wars, which is a new animated series coming to the Go 90 network. Francis Conroy has joined Spike TV's The Mist TV series. We have the first official trailer for Ouija, the sequel to the Ouija movie, which is called Ouija Origin of Evil, which I didn't see the first Ouija movie. I thought it looked horrible, but I actually really like the trailer here for the sequel. It looked really good, looked pretty creepy, so I might check this one out. We also have the new official trailer for Inferno, starring Tom Hanks. This is the third movie in the series with the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons. We have the trailer for American Pastoral, starring Ewan McGregor and Jennifer Connelly. And we have the new trailer for Mechanic Resurrection, which is the sequel to the original Mechanic film, starring Jason Statham. This time it has Jessica Alba. Looks like a really good action movie. I really like the trailer for this one as well. We have Everything Wrong with Alien in 11 minutes or less. Maisie Richardson Sellers, I should say, has just joined the cast as Vixen. And if you've heard one of my last couple episodes, I talked to you that Legend of Tomorrow is adding Vixen, but it's not the girl that played it on Arrow. They're going to go back and say this is the original Vixen, who I think is going to be the grandmother to the one we saw on Arrow. So, yeah. So it's been cast. Maisie Richardson Sellers. The Step Up franchise is going to continue as a YouTube series. Channing Tatum and his wife, Jenna Tawan, are going to be executive producing, and it's going to be on YouTube's new Red Network, their pay YouTube that you can sign up for. They want to start doing some new original content, and they're going to do the Step Up franchise as a TV show on there. Adele's latest album, 25, is finally on streaming services, so you can now listen on Spotify and all of the above, Tidal and all of them. Lucifer has just added Amy Garcia as a series regular for season 2. I like Amy Garcia, so it's a good addition there. Hulu has renewed the show Casual for a third season. USA Network has upped Mr. Robot's season 2 order. I believe it was going to be 10 episodes. Now it's going to be 12. And they're going to also do a live after show. So, that Talking Dead has made people want after shows, and now they're going to do one for Mr. Robot. Supposedly Ghostbusters, the reboot, is tracking for a $40 to $50 million debut, which I think would be pretty cool for as much hate as that movie seems to be getting. The last Game of Thrones, which, not the one that was on tonight, which was the season finale, which I heard was phenomenal, but I don't watch the show. But last week's Game of Thrones, they said, set a ratings record high of 23 million viewers. That is insane, man. So very cool. Congratulations to HBO and all of them. Scream Queens is adding Taylor Lautner for season 2. Boy, have the mighty fallen. Fargo star Bokeem Woodbine has joined Spider-Man Homecoming. I told you they're adding a lot of people to damn Spider-Man right now. The R-rated Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice director's cut is coming to theaters for one night only. It's only playing in a handful of theaters in all the major cities. So check out the article to see if it's playing in a theater near you. Unfortunately for me, it is not playing in a theater near me. I would have to drive over 2 hours to go see this, so unfortunately I'm not going to see it. I'll wait for Blu-ray. But man, if this would have came locally, I totally would have been there. So if you're interested in seeing the director's cut on the big screen, take a look at the article and see if it's coming to a theater near you. The Flash writers, Lord and Phil Miller, who are just amazing, they have been praising the new director, Rick Famuyiwa, who is just signed on to the Flash about a month ago. They're saying he's going to do such a phenomenal job with it. They've had some great discussions, and they're going to do something real special. So it gets me really pumped. We have some new details on the upcoming Star Trek TV show, so check that out if you're interested. Geeky Pat, you better check that out, because he loves him some Star Trek. Let's see here. Channing Tatum says that there are no plans for Magic Mike 3. Wah. Juliana Margulies has joined Richard Gere in the new movie 3 Christ. Nick Offerman has just joined Fox's new TV show Son of Zorn as a new animated character. Kelly Clarkson says she's going to release a new Soul record in 2017. Independence Day resurgent director Roland Emmerich is set to direct a new sci-fi disaster movie called Moonfall. Scream Queens has also added another star, actor James Earl, who most recently was on Cooper Barrett, but he was originally before that on Glee. So I like this guy. He was really funny on Cooper Barrett, so he's joining Scream Queen Season 2. We have the brand new Lights Out trailer number 2, so check that out. Very creepy. Filming details for Thor Ragnarok and Deadpool 2. Thor Ragnarok is going to start filming next month, and Deadpool 2 is going to start filming in early 2017. So very, very cool, man. It's getting exciting. They're going to start ramping up these movies here. Let's see. We have everything coming to Hulu and leaving in Hulu in July, so check that out if you're interested. We got a cool article up with director Peyton Reed, who talks about teaming up Ant-Man and the Wasp for their upcoming movie. I can't wait for that. We have an article up with a closer look at all the DC tech. So it's a behind-the-scenes Justice League. It's in addition to the stuff I talked about earlier. They just talk about a lot of the Easter eggs that were in Batman v Superman that you might not have noticed, and how everything's going to kind of tie together and what's what. So it's a pretty cool article there. Mike Coulter and Lorenz Tate have joined Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett Smith in their new film Girl Trip. We have some new Suicide Squad posters up that are pretty cool looking, very colorful. Big rumor on the He-Man front. Mick G is still in negotiations to direct the film, and he supposedly had a meeting with Kellen Lutz over the weekend, and Kellen Lutz tweeted out that he had a great discussion with Mick G and that the He-Man movie is in great hands. So a lot of people speculating, is Kellen Lutz going to be the new He-Man? Makes me a little worried, because he also tried to be Hercules, and we know how that panned out. Not very well. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he could be a decent He-Man, but we better have a good script and everything else behind it. So come on, McG. Better step up to the plate on this one. And we just on earlier tonight was the BET Awards, and we have the full complete winner list there for the BET Awards if you're interested in checking that out. So that is your news. Love it. I love how, that's the nice thing I'll tell you, man, about getting back to doing this show on a weekly basis, is a nice trim 45 minutes or so, get through the week's worth of news, give you the new movie reviews, and be up to speed on it all. Let's talk here real quick. Once again, to wrap up, Independence Day Resurgence 2 out of 5 stars, and The Shallows 3.5 out of 5 stars for our 2 movie reviews of the week. Let's talk our DVD theatrical releases and our box office, and we'll wrap this baby up. On DVD and Blu-ray this Tuesday is going to be Kung Fu Panda 3, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, and Eye in the Sky. In theaters on Friday will be The Purge Election Year, The BFG, Legends of Tomorrow, Legend of Tarzan, and Swiss Army Man. I'm so glad Legend of Tarzan's finally coming out, because this trailer, I swear to God, they show it before every single movie I go to. I am so tired of seeing the trailer for Legend of Tarzan. They gotta stop. They just gotta stop. Last year it was Crimson Peak for me that was just killing me. The year before that was Interstellar. Every year there seems to be this one trailer that just haunts you everywhere you go. Legend of Tarzan is it, so I'm glad it finally hits theaters on Friday. So you got Purge 3, The BFG, Legend of Tarzan, and Swiss Army Man. Here's your box office as of today. Number 10 is Warcraft with 2.1 million. What a bomb. It is the biggest bomb of the year in America. But man, it's making a lot of money overseas, so congratulations on Warcraft. But only 2.1 million here. Number 9 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows with 2.4 million. Number 8 is X-Men Apocalypse with 2.5 million. Number 7 is Now You See Me 2 with 5.7 million. Number 6 is The Conjuring 2 with 7.7 million. Number 5 is a debut. It's Free State of Jones with 7.8 million. Very disappointing debut for the new Matthew McConaughey movie. Number 4 debut, very happy with this one, is The Shallows. They were expecting The Shallows to do between 5 and 10 mil, and it did 16.7. The movie only cost 17 million to make, and it made basically 17 million just over the weekend, so it's done very well. They're very happy with the results, and it's actually the best reviewed movie of the weekend. It's sitting at about 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like I said, man, really surprised me. I enjoyed the hell out of it, so I'm happy for The Shallows. Hanging in, coming down at number 3 is Rock rolls. Him and Kevin Hart. Central Intelligence comes in number 3 with 18.4 million. Love that movie. Number 2 is a debut. They thought it might be number 1, but nope, it was no match for a fish. Independence Day Resurgence comes in number 2 with $41.6 million. Very lackluster. The film cost almost $170 million to make, and it only made $41 million. They were predicting the film would make 70 plus. So it fell way behind expectations. Not too good. They try to leave this movie open for a sequel, and I can't see them moving on at this point. And coming in number 1 for the second week in a row, it is Finding Dory, which only dropped like 45% from week 1 to week 2. Great staying power. Finding Dory brings in another $73.2 million for the box office crown at number 1. Whew. So that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen, for this season 12, episode 12. Shallow Independence is tonight's show. I thank you so much for tuning in and listening once again. Please check out our official webpage at amiontheair.com. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. You can follow us on Twitter at amiontheair. Follow me on Twitter at dxdonmega. We are on iTunes, so definitely please download, rate, and subscribe. If you're an iTunes user, I please ask you to give us a rating and, leave a comment for us, something. It definitely helps me out on the iTunes side of things. We're available on Google Play Music, so if you're an Android person, it's a great format to subscribe to us. You get the new episodes literally like 10 minutes after I post it. It's on Google Play already. I'm so impressed with Google's formatting. So very happy to be with them. I'm also on Stitcher. I'm on TuneIn. I'm on Spreaker. So lots of places to listen to the show, including RedDragonsRadio.com. That's RedDragonsRadio.com. You can follow on Twitter at RedDragonsRadio. Proud to be a part of the RDR network, where we're filming live right now from the Red Dragons Radio studios here in Tucson, Arizona. Once again, we're on Instagram and Periscope, so make sure you follow us all on there. And that will do it for this lovely Sunday night, June the 26th. I hope you all have a great week. It's going to be a busy week for me. I'm going out of town for a couple of days, heading to Albuquerque, New Mexico. We'll see how that one rides out. Hopefully it'll be a lot cooler than this 100-plus degree weather that I'm dealing with here in Tucson. But, stay tuned. And next week's show, I should have a review for you for the Purge election year. Looking forward to purging this weekend. And, so that'll do it for us. Thank you. Support podcasting. Support us. Tell your friends and family for Am I on the Air to be your one-stop shop where you find all the latest and greatest in entertainment news. And until next time, y'all. Peace!
Bye, Daddy. Red Dragon! Red Dragon!